Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kaira Diva Islamidama. I'm from class A and I'm from group A1. So, our group material is about interpretation of geological maps. So, let's get started. Interpretation of geological map in South Leato village, Gorontalo province. This presentation provides a comprehensive interpretation of the geological map in South Leato village, Gorontalo province, exploring its significance, methods, key features, and implications. Okay, this slide discusses about background of geological map. Number 1, rich geological diversity. South Leato village in Gorontalo province is known for its diverse rock formations and valuable geological resource. Number 2, mapping objective. The geological mapping of this area aims to understand the geological history and evolve the region. Number 3, evidence-based approach. Accurate interpretation of geological maps forms the basic for making informed decisions in various industries. Nah, interpretation of geological maps is the process of interpreting and depicting geological or geomorphological maps. Geological map making is based on topographic maps, which generally have scales 1 in 20,000, 1 in 25,000, 1 in 50,000, 1 in 100,000, 1 in 250,000, 1 in 100,000, and the last 1 in million. Interpretation of geological and morphological maps regarding rocks can be observed on topographic maps. For example, 1. A dense contour pattern indicates the hardness of the rock and vice versa. Number 2. A circular contour pattern indicates harder rock. Number 3. The river flow bends suddenly due to hard rocks. Number 4. The river density, which indicates rocks which are soft because they are easily eroded. Interpretation is also one part of the process of geological mapping. To produce various types of maps for the purpose of knowing the quality of underground water, risk of pollution, mitigation landlines, earthquakes, eruptions, volcanic activity, knowing mineral and energy research and land use management. Now, from this slide is about key geological features. Now, key geological features is about 3. Number 1 is stratigraphic layers. Is about the geological map reveals distinct stratigraphic layers, offering insight into the geological history of the region. Number 2, fault lines. Several fault lines can be observed, indicating past tectonic activities in the area. Number 3, mineral deposits. The map highlights potential mineral deposits and their distribution within South Leato village. A geological map is also a visual representation of the geological composition, structure, and geological history of a particular region or area on the Earth's surface. Geological maps provide information about rock types, stratigraphy, sequence of rock layers, geological structures such as faults and faults, as well as geological dates which provide an estimate of the age of rock layers. The goal is to provide a better understanding of the geological characteristics of an area, which can be used in a variety of scientific, environmental, and engineering applications. Geological maps usually use different symbols and colors to identify different rock types and geological layers. This information is present in an easy-to-understand visual form, allowing geologists, research engineers, and decision makers to interpret the geological condition of an area. A geological map is also a visual representation of the geological composition, structure, and geological history of a particular region or area on the Earth's surface. Geological maps provide information about rock types, stratigraphy, sequence of rock layers, geological structures such as faults and faults, as well as geological dates which provide an estimate of the age of rock layers. The goal is to provide a better understanding of the geological characteristics of an area, which can be used in a variety of scientific, environmental, and engineering applications. Geological maps usually use different symbols and colors to identify different rock types and geological layers. This information is present in an easy-to-understand visual form, allowing geologists, research engineers, and decision makers to interpret the geological condition of an area. Okay, this slide is about methods and techniques. Uh, 1. Satellite imagery analysis. High-resolution satellite imagery was used to identify surface geological features and topography. Next, field surveys. Geological experts conducted meticulous field surveys to gather data and validate the map's interpretation. Next, laboratory analysis. Rock samples were collected for laboratory analysis, providing essential information about the composition and age of the formations. Automatic extraction. The automatic extraction method is a method that is carried out by entering certain formulas into software to extract data. Both methods have their respective advantage and disadvantage. The visual method is the most dominantly used in obtaining geological information, but the use of automatic extraction can also help the data analysis process quickly. However, geological data from sensory image can be unclear or valid. Therefore, its use must be accompanied by an incomplete in the form of a survey. Its use must be accompanied by an complete in the form of a survey. Better, sensory image data is not used as main data and still needs to be validated with field conditions. Okay, this slide is about geological history and evolution. Number 1. Ancient marine environment. Evidence suggests that South Leto village was once covered by a vast ocean, leading to the formation of marine sedimentary rocks. Number 2. Tectonic movements. Intense tectonic activities, including faulting and faulting, result in the deformation and uplift of the geological formation. Number 3. Erosion and deposition. Over time, erosion and deposition process set the landscape, creating valleys, ridges, and distinctive landforms observed today. This slide is about implications and applications. Number 1. Natural resource exploration. The geological map interpretations aids in identifying areas with promising mineral resource from potential exploration and extraction. Number 2. Land use planning. Understanding the geological characteristics of the region is crucial for effective land use planning and infrastructure development. Number 3. Environmental conservation. The interpretation helps in identifying areas of ecological importance, facilitating conservation efforts, and sustainable land management. Okay, maybe that's all I can say. I apologize and thank you for all the listener. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.